Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I've got these 3 great kits from our friends at JeJe. These are window color cards, and each kit is a little different, and they work great with these permanent markers. I can't wait to show you what my friend Debbie and I did with these, so come back and play with us. So this is an example of the little cards that these kits make. They're sweet little cards with this acetate overlay. They feature dazzle stickers that you can color with permanent markers to customize that color. Then you can take the back and just write your message on the back. But they look really sweet just standing just like this, and then just sort of separated from the card a little bit, and the sun shines through there. It's really, really sweet. So this first one is Butterflies and Bees window kit, and then we've got Birds and Blossoms, and this one is the Floral Window. So let's take a look at what's in the first kit, the Butterflies and Bees. Here we go. We've got some instructions here on the back, as well as what you have in the kit content. You get 3 sheets of silver dazzle stickers. Now, why silver? Silver takes the color from the markers really, really well, okay? And then you've got lots of different paper designs. And then you've got an acetate sheet here. Let's see, 2 acetate sheets and some cardstock for your backing of your card, all right? So that one is the Butterflies and Bees, and that's the example there. And then this next one is Floral Window. Here's a card that Debbie made, which is kind of thinking outside the box. For this one, she used a slimline card, which is 8.5 by 3.5 inches wide. So what she did with that, she took the card, which you can find all of these supplies listed below the video on our Paper Wishes webisode page in products used. So the slimline cards are there, and what's great about them is that they also have the envelope there sourced. So she cut this card in half. Okay, so that gives you 1 layer of 8.5 by 3. Okay, and then she took that, she took the paper and covered that just like that, but you'll see that the paper is just slightly smaller than the card. So let's start with that. We're going to take our glue. This is the Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue. We're just going to put some dots on here. And then we're going to center that with the top. Whoops, before we do that, got ahead of myself. I'm taking some of the cardstock that's in that kit, and I'm going to put it on each end, just like this. And that's going to mat the edge of the paper, and it's also going to accommodate for the fact that it's the paper's a little short. And these little strips are, probably 3/8 of an inch. They're not quite. Okay, they're not quite a 1/2 inch. So let's start over with adding glue, because I think my glue dried. Okay, there we go. I just like to use lots of dots of glue. And we're going to take this and we're going to center this so that we have a little bit of that pink border at each end. All right. I'm going to take our scissors. Well, of course, I forgot my long scissors, so we're just going to use these little short, tiny scissors. Not ideal, but we'll make it work. All right, there we go. All right, so the next step is we're going to take our acetate. Here it is. So I've got my acetate sheet, and what I'm going to do is I want that to lay over the card, but I want to fold this part back. Acetate can be a little tricky to fold, so I'm going to take this adorable scorable, place it right here, and then I'm going to place my card front right there, take my bone folder, and just go right along the edge of that card so I know exactly how I should have that folded, or the measurement there. There we go. All right, so now we can take this acetate because it's scored, and we just want to fold that again. And here I've got another bone. I wanted to show you these other kinds of bone folders we have. You can buy these in packs of 2. You've got your traditional one, and you've got this nice curved one, which I really like. It fits my hand really nicely. So once I do that, I want to take my bone folder and really get that folded, because acetate is tricky to get that scored and get that fold line. There we go. Now this kit has acetate in it, or not acetate, it has adhesive. It has acetate and adhesive. So we've got our instruction sheet, got our acetate here, and then we've got our sheets of Dazzles. And then you've got this big sheet of acetate, why do I keep calling this acetate? This is adhesive. And then you've got cardstock and your papers. Oops, and more cardstock. And another sheet of instructions. Lots of instructions on that. All right, and we also sell, if you want to, if you run out of acetate, we also sell sheets of acetate. So I'll include the link for that, because you don't get a lot of acetate. Wow, I just messed up, you guys. I wanted to take the adhesive and use that here, but I got ahead of myself, started putting glue on there. Okay, so just forget the glue part. We're just going to take this adhesive and we're going to put that on the card back, and that's what's going to keep the acetate in place. A little pokey tool here is very handy for placing, for picking off the backing here. Great. Right there. I'm just going to leave that glue on there. That's not hurting anybody. And I'm going to put that right there. Go. So there we go. Now I have got my nice overlay here. And then you'll notice on each side here, because the acetate is also a tiny bit shorter, Debbie went ahead and put strips of the cardstock, the pink cardstock, and paper right on either end. That is handy to have. And then she just took off her little Dazzle stickers, which using the pokey tool is also really handy to do. And she just pulls these off. Now you can color them, but on this one she actually backed them with cardstock. And I wanted to show you how she did that. I'm just going to take this sheet. Here's a nice leaf. You just put that right there. You're going to use your tiny scissors. And you just cut around them just like that. And then I find I can just lift up all the little swirly bits because I haven't, compressed them down onto the paper. And then you can just cut under those swirls because you've lifted them up. And you just continue to cut around it just like that, okay? There you go. So that's how she did that with the roses and the leaves. Isn't that beautiful? I love how she did that. Okay. So our last kit here, I'm going to show you the coloring, excuse me, the coloring technique. And in this kit, get your sheets of Dazzles, your paper, patterned paper, and your sheet of acetate, and your cardstock. Okay, this one doesn't have double-sided adhesive in it. And I'm going to grab a sheet here of these Dazzles because I want to show you For this one, Debbie made a shaker card. So she very thoughtfully didn't finish it for me so I can show you. And here she has colored in and used the acetate in this way for her window here. So I'm going to show you how to use these pens to color in. This is with the sheet she used. We're just going to recycle that one. Let's just use the pink pen here to color the surface. Now the instruction sheets say to color the edges of the dazzles, which is a little misleading. You're actually just coloring the surface while it's on the sheet, but the dazzles are outline stickers. So I guess that I'm referring to that as the edge, but this is what they look like, and then you're just coloring the surface of that. So I'm going to take my pen, and really I just like to go ahead, because the whole thing is going to be pink, I'm just going to color the entire surface of this dazzle pink. You could use 2 different colors or 3 different colors and color different rows of the outline with different colors, but I'm just going to color the whole thing here because that's what Debbie did. There we go. And then I like to let that dry for just a couple of minutes, but we're going to go ahead and pull that off. There you go. See, it's got a nice pink tint to that. And then if you let that dry for a few minutes and then go over it again, that color will be even more intense. Okay, so let's show you on this. So Debbie used our giant wheel here of foam tape. And what's great about it is you can take this is a 1/2 inch wide strip, and you can cut it into thirds like this. So, and cut them into long strips so that you get little thin strips out of that 1/2 inch wide. And this is 50 yards or 150 feet, so it is a great deal. That's really nice to have in your craft stash. So we're going to take our Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue and cover the front of this 5 by 6.5 inch card with the patterned paper. And then she cut some of the purple cardstock down and put her little thinking of you there. And then on this piece right here, I don't have my ruler. Where did I put my ruler? Here it is. This piece right here, she cut to 4 3/4 by 4 inches. I'm going to put that. Actually, before I glue that on, Debbie has a great trick where she takes she fully forms her little window with the acetate layers. She likes to put 2 layers of acetate on here, even when you're using thin materials for your shaker, so that they really move around nicely. All right, now for your little sparklet material here, Debbie used, this is Garden Party Sprinklets, so cute. And then she also used these little gemstones, which I forgot to grab, but I'll link those below in the description box. And she just did a little custom mix. She put it in here for me so it would all be ready. It's so sweet of her. There we go. Flatten that out. Now, what she did is you're going to take this piece and you're going to put that right over the top. See, I tried to glue it before it was ready. All right, so, and you really want to go around that and seal that. And now you've got a nice little pocket. All right, and then put your glue on it. All right, and then we're going to center that right there. Again, go around the edges. That's the most important part to make sure that's sealed. Isn't that sweet? So, you guys, we've got a great collection for all of these kits. So, and I think these pens on the Money Saver. So take a look at that. It's on the right-hand side. And to look at each item individually, look below the video in the products used if you want to shop this or that. And let's see, if you're watching us on YouTube, check in the description box below the video for the link to the Paper Wishes webisode page where you'll see everything I just mentioned, and make sure you check out that money saver. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.